You are not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first. I could not tell you before, because my first wife is royal. That marriage is secret because I am not. And we have a son, a prince. You are not my first wife, but I love you. We two must keep our marriage secret, otherwise I will be destroyed. You are not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first. You will not my first wife. Who told you I am married? And my wife is here too. Well, my first wife is old, but I won't disgrace her with divorce for my children. So yes, in America we won't be legal, but we will marry in the mosque, and you will be my real wife. You are not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first. You are not my first wife, but you are young and lovely. You will be my pleasure wife. I already have children with my first wife. They are my priority, I want no more. I told you to give me none. What? You're pregnant again. I won't love them. You are not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first. You are not my first wife. You are no longer very young. You will never be a first wife. You accepted my offer to be second. Now let me use the bed in your home for my new woman to visit me in. I can't take her to my first wife's home. You are not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first. You are not my first wife, but you were my American wife. I said I would take you to my country. Well, here you are. You can meet my uncles, but no women in my family. My uncles say you must find a way, have our marriage annulled and go home. You are not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first. You are not my first wife. Yes, I married another right after you and I broke up. But now I am in America. Let's do temporary marriage. Wouldn't that be fun? We can be together over here. You are not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first. But you will be my favorite. We are a love match, so beautiful you are. Now I must return to our country, to my first wife and 3 sons. All my money goes to them. Have Americans support you. I can't. You are not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first. Second wives aren't legal in the USA. You have no hold on me, and I am still free. You are not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first wife, not my first. You're almost nothing.
Hallelujah. Let Lord Jesus Christ shine forth. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us. Welcome. I am sorry I am late because Adam was late. Adam. I
Peace of Christ be with each and every one of you. This is your favorite Murtad, live once again with Sister Hatun. But hey, if I was late, you could have gone live.
I was thinking, but and then I'm just like, I can't go live. If he's not gonna turn up, I will get his channel and his Facebook account over there. So
So,
I just didn't know if I had those rights.
you do. I gave you all the rights, At the end of the day, I trust you. You're Sister Hatun. You can do it
Just turn up
anytime.
on time, brother. Unless you
Uh,
are like literally dead. If you are
I
not
am
dead,
actually literally dead. So basically, I was live until an hour and 20 minutes ago.
you just woke up.
No,
You
I
just
was
slept
live
for an
until
hour.
kind of. So yeah, God is good. So let's start. God is good.
How are you doing then? If you were up all night,
I was up all night, all day. The beautiful part is we were having fun on TikTok. But anyhow, so what are we talking about? Like you never sent me a text about this beautiful live stream. I think we are doing on shoes, sandals, and soaps. Really? What is this title? What are we going to talk about today?
like
Shoes and
last time when we spoke on Tuesday after the live stream, we said let's do something about Hajj. So we are doing about Hajj. This is full guideline to Hajj.
the full guideline to Hajj is shoes, sandals, and soap.
Do you want me to tell you other things? Well,
Um,
if you want to go to Hajj, make sure you make enough money. This year,
yes.
2026, Hajj is between $11,000 to $18,000 per person.
Oh, that's it.
$11,000 and to $18,000 per person.
Is that it?
Package cost, package cost 11,000 to 18,000 plus covering flights, visa processing, 4-star or 5-star hotel accommodations in Mecca and in Medina, transportation and guided service. So you've got 11,000 to 18,000 plus covering flights, visa, hotel. Visa is currently 5,300, can go up to $5,300. But average cost is currently $613. I'm reading this from Check Google. Additional travel cost. Budget an extra $600 to $1,200 for meals, not included in the package. Shopping, tips, and of course, kurban, animal sacrifice thing. Okay. And then additional $5,220 is vaccinations, and travel insurance is $60 to $200. And if you don't follow all the restrict laws, Saudi authorities are restricted enforcing unauthorized pilgrimage restrictions. Entering to Mecca without a permit can result in fines up to 100,000 SAR, around $26,660, plus 6 months imprisonment.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Subhan. Subhan.
Um,
That's why you need. That's why Hajj is not
everyone. Hajj is for rich. Hajj is for rich.
exactly.
So the reason I titled it like this is because first of all I was like, how much this year Hajj cost? Because last time when I checked it was like 4,500 pounds stuff. And then I saw these numbers and I'm just like, wow, that's like my kidney doesn't even cost that much money if I want to sell it. And
MashaAllah.
then
Your kidney is this cheap? Like really? I thought your kidney will be more expensive than this.
Yeah, I've got only one. So if you want to sell it, it's not that worthy anymore, brother. It used to be like you could get more money if you sell it, but now those things changed.
Uh-oh. What about
So
your heart?
to sell my heart and become heartless, I don't even have a heart. How can I do that?
Oh, the Muslims tells you that you don't even have a heart, right?
I don't have heart. I know I don't have heart.
So you are surviving without heart?
Yeah, I'm heartless.
That's a good Allah science. MashaAllah. Okay.
So
So we have a miracle, guys. We have Sister Hatun without the heart. So
yeah.
God bless you, sister.
So I was just telling you why is the reason. Oh, I did wrong. I was just telling you what is the reason that I labeled the video like this. So once you told me last Tuesday we want to do the Hajj, I said sure. And then I was like, "Ugh, I don't have time to do anything about Hajj. And then suddenly, God is so good. I get to see this Yasir Qadis video, full guide to Hajj 2026. I'm just like,
Ah,
is there anything in this video that I can kind of learn? And then I listened first few minutes of the video, and then he was talking about like how people are asking lots of questions about soap and shoes, those kind of things about Hajj instead of like focusing on the spiritual side of the Hajj. He
but
said
that's very
something.
important.
He
You do
said
realize
something.
that.
I do. And you know how I did realize that? I was like, huh, what kind of questions people are asking about shoes? So I went to this Islam QA website. And then first I wrote Hajj. Okay, questions about Hajj. And then first thing came. I'll put it on the screen because I'm not going to verbalize it.
Please,
So
please, 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 please.
when I say this came first after I put the oh, I pressed the wrong thing.
That's okay.
When I saw this question came up first. Oops. This thing.
Wrong question. Is this not a wrong question?
Uh so this is the question
Please
came
click
on
I
the
decline.
so this is the question came and then I was like, huh. Yasir Kadi might have a case. Like, yeah, people are asking very unique questions about Hajj, right? And then after you
But
kind of go,
this is a very valid question because when can you do it? In Mina,
okay,
in
okay, brother,
Mudalifa,
okay.
at what time you can do this? No, this is a very valid question.
I know it's so important they decided to ask.
Yeah, it is a very valid question. You have no idea. These sister, you are
I do
thinking
have
as
idea. No,
a
no. I do have idea because when you kind of scroll down, I've got someone in the backstage putting messages on the private chat. Just hold on a minute. I'm going to take you in. Just patience. So when you scroll down, I don't know if it's going to come up now or not, but so on the side it says related questions. Okay. And then
subhanallah.
one of the things you get to see is this related question. And then I'm just like, yeah, it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. That absolutely, absolutely.
I am usually shameless, but even I find it's difficult to read all of it. So a person is just putting the questions together and then someone is taking time with the details and then answering them. I just thought, yeah, what is Hajj all about? Maybe that's why they're asking about the soap and the sandals, when they are doing those kind of things. Where is the soap to deal with the mess? And then I am reminded the hadith where Muslims are in Hajj, the semen is dripping from them, right? It's just like, yeah,
Absolutely.
that's Hajj all about. That's the background of the
Absolutely.
title.
Uh, but I still do not realize where the shoes and the sandals comes into play. And
Should
I
and
thought I will
that's what
learn from you today.
Yasir Kadi mentioned in the video, right? So he mentioned in the video, and then I'm just like, what is it that people are asking about the shoes? So I went to Islam QA, first put Hajj, and then I was gonna go and check about the sandals and shoes because that's what Yasir Kadi said. People are asking about these things. And then when I saw it's not only 2 pages, like I got like a couple of other screenshots and
Mhm.
it was like bad. So that's where they come in.
Perfect.
Holy
So,
sites of Islam.
so basically, I did a 4 hours live stream yesterday on my Urdu channel showing the pagan origin of Hajj. And I was speaking as a monologue for almost 2 hours 30 minutes. And I realized that there is so much paganism in Hajj that I can speak for 2 hours and 45 minutes as in monologue for Hajj. That's how long I can speak. The paganism, the paganistic origin of Hajj. Like imagine that every single thing about Hajj is paganistic. Let me give it to you from this hadith to begin with.
I don't know why you
Why?
are I don't know why you are trying to focus on theology while I am very disturbed what Muslims are asking what kind of questions Muslims are asking in Hajj, brother. Is it gonna link that oh pagans were doing these things, so Muslims take it from the pagans?
Exactly. Exactly. That is the reality.
I don't know why you said like you were surprised that you were able to speak 2 hours 45 minutes just how pagan it is. There is nothing surprising there, brother. This is Islam. That's what Islam offers to mankind. All of the paganism.
So basically, in Hajj, there is something called fertility rites and rituals. And when you are worshipping the fertility goddess back in those days, this thing is very, very important before and after. Because, like, how can you ask the fertility goddess for children when you won't do the action to perform children? So this is one of the most important thing. That is why the first website that you showed about Islam QA and the second website is has everything to do with okay, if the person who has a wife can do this, what about me who doesn't have a wife? What should I do? You know,
Good
that makes
question.
sense.
It makes sense, like I think it was sometime last year we heard there is this Dawa guy, no need to name him. He went to Mecca and then he did Mecca Muta over there. So that's what people do. Like it's great place to just deal with those kind of things. And then, of course, if you can't afford the muta or other forms of those kind of things, there is always like girls are trying to kiss the black stone. You can just do things to them.
You're absolutely so right. And at the same time, uh, we have to go one by one. We have to go slow to comprehend this whole ideology. By the way, if you really want to talk with the person in the backstage,
Yeah.
we have a lot to share. So I would recommend try to make it short because
Well, since you are late, you've got no sayings in my channel from now on.
that's why I'm just saying I'm just recommending it. So I'm gonna go on mute because this
Do
is
you
the
know the
beautiful guy
person?
where yeah, I know who this guy is because I know
Yeah.
that when you will start talking to him, I don't know, I might not be able to. So have a chat.
Okay. I don't know the person. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. We want to know why the Siemens are circulating in during the Hajj. Let's take the first caller. And yes, this is the call in live stream. Link is pinned in the chat, so you can use it to call in. Let me just adjust the screen. How do I adjust the screen, Adam, now?
I will do that for you, sister.
Okay.
And did somebody change everything? No. There you go. There you
Hello.
go. Oops.
Hello, and I would like to answer your question.
What is
And
my question, sir?
why did that? There's a guy that left a comment. He went to Hajj and he
No,
ejaculated.
no,
And
no, no, that wasn't my question, sir. I know what you do in front of the camera is stuff. So my question was why the Siemens are circulating during the Hajj in the holy place of Islam.
that's a natural human. That's natural human body.
Natural?
Yes,
Well,
it's
Subhanallah.
not
natural.
sure.
Men,
I met lots of people, and I can say like I met quite a lot of people, but I never come across any man I met like walking around with semen is dripping from their thing. I never seen that. So how come
it's
it is
because they're wearing
normal?
clothes. It's because they're wearing clothes. Men won't tell you that
So
this is happening. It's private.
in Hajj, people are walking around naked.
Not naked. They're wearing clothes.
Yes, so not naked, right?
Yes.
And what happens that you are in the stage that you need semen needs to drip from your thing?
Nothing. It's not a sin.
I didn't ask whether it's sin or not. In what mindset you need to be that there is semen is dripping from
Whatever
you?
is in your mind, you can't control if you are
You
thinking
can't
about.
control.
You can't control if you're thinking about women.
You turn up the place of worship. All of your sins are gonna forgiven. You are gonna spend time and then kiss the black stone, all those kind of things. And
Well, this
you
is
are
something.
while you are not with your wife in your bedroom, you are in the public place, and all you are thinking is about something. I don't need to name that something that causes that thinking that something causes you to drip off Siemens from your.
Yeah, it happens. Some people can't control it. God don't burden you for that. It's okay. God don't burden you for that. It's not a problem. As long as you
Great.
keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell anyone else. Just keep it to yourself. Keep it private.
Well, it doesn't look like they are keeping it private, right?
No,
All of
he said it anonymously, right? They sent the message anonymously. We don't have his full name.
Look at the hadith on the screen. It doesn't look like they are kind of keeping it to themselves, right? They pass this around for decades and decades and decades since there is no self-control.
Yeah, I mean that's something natural. God, yeah, Allah is very merciful. He won't burden you for it. He won't burden you for it. It might be embarrassing, but what's the problem? I don't see any problem with it. I see a merciful God that does not hold people accountable for something that the body naturally releases.
It's not Allah is showing mercy. It's just Allah doesn't showing mercy to the woman, because in the Hajj
It's like
who are walking around and then suddenly they are feeling something that is
when
not
I was in the church. When I was in the church,
to them, that is not belong to them. It is hitting them, and I don't see that is Allah is showing mercy to the woman, and then women are just recording themselves as crying because someone thought, yeah, let's not waste those Siemens that is dropping on the floor. Let's make sure we use this Siemens with the woman in front of me. How can that be the mercy of Allah? Allah without self-control. Good. Okay, Adam, let's focus, brother.
Oh, thank you so very much. I thought it's going to take long. So, welcome back, guys. I'm sorry. The last 15 minutes or 10 minutes that was destroyed from your life, it will never come back to you. But we are back. So,
It is strange though. It is strange though. Like, there are certain things happens in the bedroom between husband and wife, and you are in a public place. Certain things shouldn't happen in that public place that happens in the bedroom, right? But Muslims are not in a public place, but that is the place they are supposed to go once in a lifetime so that their
At
sins are going to
least.
be forgiven. At least, yeah, their sins are going to be forgiven. All those kind of things, right? It is the holiest place ever. They are going to spend all of their time to stone the Satan, kiss the black stone, sacrifice all that junk.
Mhm.
And why they are dripping semen? It is not like how man walks around like that. It
Because
comes
that's
out of the
fertility right.
condition.
That's fertility right. So, fertility rites are the religious rituals that are intended to stimulate reproduction in human or in the natural world. A group of people performing such rites is fertility cults. Such rites may involve the sacrifice of primal animal, which must be sacrificed in case of fertility or even creation. Now, in the fertility rites, this is very common, which is called sexual ritual. Falls into two categories of the culture created and the natural behavior. The human animal having developed sexual rituals from evolutionary insect for reproduction, which are then integrated into society and elaborated into include aspects such as marriage ritual, etc., etc., etc. Now, what am I saying? The black stone of Kaaba was worshipped as the fertility ritual in the pre-Islamic period. And one of the characteristics of the fertility ritual that you perform is performing the action to get the child. How do we know that this is very important in Islam? At the time of Jahiliyyah, black stone was touched by women in menstruation. The blood of menstruation was touched by these women so that they could get, let me translate it into English, and it says, uh, there you go. It turned black when touched by menstruation blood during the pre Islamic era. So, in the pre Islamic era, women who were menstruating would go and take their menstruated blood and they would touch the black stone and pray for the fertility of themselves. Fertility. This has everything to do with fertility. And when you are doing a Hajj in the pre Islamic period, these women were doing it. So, one of the major action that you have to do as if to go to a fertility goddess and then perform these rituals is what? Is doing the action before and after. That is exactly what the Islamic scriptures are showing. How can you reject that?
I don't think we are rejecting that, brother. We are just like, something is not right. It's not
Nothing is
rejecting it.
right.
It is it is like, yeah, that just doesn't look right. That's how it is.
And I would say nothing is right. Everything is wrong. Because this whole cult is all about wrong. It's like literally wrong. Like there is nothing that you can prove me that can prove that it is right. So let me just show you, even in the tafsir of Surah Baqarah, ayah number 128, and I will do MENS. It became black from the touch over time of the menstruating woman. Thus, it, i.e., Kaaba's black stone, coming down at the time of Adam is an allusion to the manifestation of the heart during the time of his virtue of his being upon it. So, no matter what you do, and then again, another one, the blackening of it, i.e., the stone, on account of the frequent touch of the menstruating woman, is an allusion to it becoming concealed. So, when we look at the Islamic scriptures, the tafsir, the ahadith, the Sirah Nabawiyah that I just showed you before, we realize that this was going on in Kaaba before Islam. And when we go all the way back to the Muslims who were trying to do the first Hajj, which was denied, this is the first Hajj which was moved into Umrah. That is exactly what they are doing at Arafat and Mudalifah. This is like we right now staying here and saying, hey, what, how can you do that? But think about those pagans doing these actions because there is a reason, and the reason is this. And they have been doing that for ages because all of these people were actually pagans before they accepted Islam. So they were doing it religiously because right now Muhammad is asking them to do the same religious acts which they used to do back in the pre Islamic period of ignorance.
So, so that I understand. Remember, half brain woman stuff. Sometimes things are difficult. You are telling me the black stone is black because women put their blood on it.
By using their hands, yes.
Okay, I didn't need to know like what they use stuff, but it's okay. So, and today one of the practical thing, and also you've got the hadith that talks about like their sin turn it to black. So I'm not thinking. I know it is something rare thing I do, but this is like in one of those rare moments I'm thinking. If Muslim woman is bleeding, she cannot go to Hajj. If Muslim woman is bleeding, she cannot fast and pray. She cannot do her religious obligations. Okay? Yet people are paying almost $18,000 to go and then kiss that very blood made that like very blood. Allah said, no, that makes you unclean. That makes you not worthy enough for me. You cannot worship me when you are bleeding. And that very blood is on now is synced well into a black stone, and Muslims are paying $18,000 to go and kiss it.
Yep.
Huh. Not sure if you want to kiss that thing. Now, once you know, like that comes from the once you know where it comes from, right?
So you need to understand at the time of the pre Islam, there were things happening. And then after Islam, Muhammad had to adapt certain things and change certain things in order to do certain things. You need to understand that. At the time of the pre Islamic period of ignorance, when women, like people were doing Hajj naked, unless the people of the Quraysh, or certain people of the Quraysh, which are called Hamas people, would give them clothing. And those clothing has everything to do with sheets of cloth, unstitched, so that they could cover themselves up. This is the same thing that the Muslims are doing right now as well. You are not even allowed to wear underwears because underwears are stitched. Let me Google it for you guys. Can a Muslim wear underwear during Hajj? There you go. Google. And it says whether you can depend on your gender. Man, can a Muslim man wear underwears during Hajj? So imagine, no, a Muslim man cannot wear traditional underwear while in the state of Ihram, the sacred state of Ihram. Men are forbidden to wear any form of fitting, stitched, or tailored clothing. So you cannot wear any stitched clothing whatsoever during the Hajj. This goes all the way back to the pre-Islamic tradition, which I'm going to show you now. There you go. And it says, during the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, the people used to perform tawaf of the Kaaba naked, except the Hummus. The Hummus were Qurayshis and their offsprings. The Hummus used to give clothes to the men. By the way, clothes is, yeah, there you go. I'll show you. Soap. They're gonna give you them soaps, uh, sheets. All right. وَكَانَ يُرْسِلُ جُمَاعَةً النَّاسِ مِنَ الرَّفَاثِ وَإِذَا حَمَسَ مِنْ جَمَعٍ. So they used to give them sheets of cloth. There you go. And tawaf wearing them, and the woman used to give clothes to the women who performed tawaf wearing them. Those to whom the Hamas did not give clothes would perform tawaf around the Kaaba naked. Most of the people used to go away directly from Arafat. And now I'm going to tell you about Arafat and Muzdalifah as well. Used to depart after staying at Muzdalifah. By the way, that's a god of the pre-Islamic period. I'll show it to you later. My father narrated that Aisha said the following verse was revealed about the Hummus, then depart from the place wherence all the people depart. Chapter number 2, verse number 199 is coming from the exact location. So they are doing the same thing, sister.
Brother, I find very difficult to make sense of it. People are paying 18, almost $20,000 traveling to Hajj to just practice not only pagan rituals, but also pay to kiss the blood that like stuck on that black
Hmm.
stone, made black stone black. And then another thing is coming to my mind is uh I haven't checked how many people went last year stuff, but like lots of people go each year. Like, and those men are walking around and then semen is dripping on the floor. You just hope like no one just slips and falls and then hits their head, right? Because people will just simply step on them and you wouldn't even know why they fall at the first place. And I also hope that they've got very good cleaning team. Those are the things I'm hoping.
Um,
See,
yeah,
I'm practical.
you're very practical. I can understand that. But
So Islam,
yes.
what we are saying is Islam doesn't come from like God steps in and then creates something. Islam comes from whatever pagans were doing, whatever Christians were doing, whatever Jews were doing. Muhammad pick and choose which one suits him, and then he simply put that in Islamic tradition. Pagans are walking around like naked. Oh yeah, let's do it. Oh, pagans are kissing the black stone. Oh yeah, let's kiss it. Find the ways to, I was going to say build the bridges, but it's more like find the ways to make sure semen is actively circulating around. Pagan. Islam is one of the most pagan, it is more pagan than the normal pagan ideologies, right?
Um, no,
No,
it is actually pagan, full stop.
it is more pagan than the normal pagan thing we know, brother.
Ah, okay, yeah,
It is
that's right.
more
Okay,
than that.
sorry.
Like, that's what I'm picking up.
It is absolutely. You are so right. I fully agree.
And then they come back and then they just like, oh, I've been to Hajj. All my sins are being cleaned. Yeah, after all the viruses you get, you continue to believe all your sins are being cleaned, washed away
I don't know how your sins are being washed away, but yeah,
through the
that is
semen.
so true. Yeah, that is so true. Imagine, I'm not saying that Islam did not add to it. Islam definitely added to these things. Just like Islam added to certain Jewish and Christian traditions and changed them. So yes, Islam did added to these things, but
And
it
other thing,
doesn't mean. Hmm.
I think also other thing Islam edited it. It made it obligatory for every Muslim to do it, right?
Yeah,
Before it was like, oh, people couldn't. That not everyone had to do it. Now it is for everyone to do it before they die.
uh, absolutely. You're so right. That's the reality of it. Like you can't run away from this reality. You can't run away from this reality. I'm sorry. And sister, this Hajj was happening at the same time that it was happening in the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, nothing changes, brother. Just prices getting up. That's all it is.
Ah, price is
Disturbing,
getting up.
right?
Absolutely.
I find it's disturbing. I don't know why Muslim thinks this is okay. Even Umar finds this disturbing, right? But somehow Muslim thinks it's okay. Like, how is this okay?
Very okay.
Someone made a comment on the Zamzam water.
What is the comment on the Zamzam water? Zamzam is just like a well, At the end of the day, you need to have, if you are in a desert, your city needs to be around a well or a place where you have water. Otherwise, in the desert, otherwise in the desert, you can't survive. All of the cities around are built around a well. This is just another well. How is that different from any
Brother,
other city? Yes, sister.
I'm telling you how it is different. Okay?
Please.
Wait. And this is maybe kindly acknowledge the super chat while I tell you why this is different.
Thank you, Christie's. The Zamzam water is a scam. It's American and British. You can tell Muslims, but they don't want to listen. They are they are content in content in
And
delusion.
yeah,
Um, okay,
they are okay
please.
to be deluded. They are happy. They are happy to be living in a delusion life.
Mhm.
Okay, so you said Zamzam water is just a normal water from the well.
Another well, because it doesn't
Another one.
matter. Another well, because the cities has to be around a well. That's how cities were in the desert area.
I think most expensive water I ever drank was, I think it was in Chad. So there is no running water. Someone goes and then fills the buckets and then they bring you water and then you buy from them stuff. That would be the most expensive water. And then you pay for it because person lives in the morning with your bucket and then comes back before the sunset. That's because water well is too far. And when I say expensive, like less than $1. So, but in here, you are telling me it's just from another well? No. Who pays for a water from the well 24.99 pounds? 25 pounds.
Hmm.
Can you see the sign? So this was in one of the kebab shops in UK.
You gotta zoom in, please, for me to read it. It's too small for me.
It's not my fault if you are old. So this is from one of the kebab shops in UK. So
Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah.
they brought Zamzam water and they're selling it 1 liter is not 1 liter, sorry, half liter is $25. That was from a couple of years back.
MashaAllah, Subhanallah.
Expensive, right? I never pay that much money for water people draw out from the well and then bring it.
MashaAllah. It's very legit. It's very logical. You know, it's very, very logical.
25 pounds. 25 pounds for Zamzam water. Anyway, if anyone wanted to buy it, you can go to that kebab shop.
All right, before we go to the kebab shop,
Don't go to that kebab shop, but yeah, yes, brother. Focus.
and I know, I'm sorry, I have to focus on these things very importantly because we started with this, so I gotta fix this up. This is Siratun Nabi by Ibn Ishaq, right? And it describes the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, the Hajj, and he's explaining it. Outsiders used to circumambulate the temple, the Kaaba, naked, both men and women. The Banu Amir bin Sa'sa and Ak were among those who did this. Thus, when a woman went around naked, she would put one hand behind her and the other in front. Subnote: a great deal more follows in the name of Abbas. It is doubtful whether it comes from etc. because though there are new matters in it, some statement which occurred in the foregoing are repeated, so that it is probable that they received a ziki from other sources. In the foregoing, I have translated only passage which provide additional information. So these women would do such a thing.
So they are
They're
walking,
topless, they're
they're
topless, they are bottomless.
in the place where today Muslims go and worship.
Yeah, naked.
According to history, even in 1800s, Mecca was the place of prostitution. So you had special houses given to the prostitutes, and then people who are coming to Hajj, they would use this woman for their prostitution thing, for their sex thing. So women are walking in Hajj, in Kaaba, around the Kaaba, naked. I'm not
And
going
they
to
have
focus
to
on the part.
they have
I'm
to
not going to
put
focus
one
on
hand in
the
the
part.
back, one hand in the front. Why? Because so many people walking so close, all naked, and they were doing fertility rituals as well. Why would you have, like, think about it? Like, this is very simple. I'm not saying that this is the Islamic scriptures. Think about it.
So we've got something very similar today, right? Like this time of the year, you just need to keep eye on social media where you will be seeing Muslim woman is expressing that something just that was like trying to get into me stuff from Hajj, all that sexual harassments, and they are covered up. So in this occasion, women are naked and they're trying to cover themselves with their hands or protect themselves with their hands.
Yeah, that's the only thing they can do. They can only do that. Um, but that goes all the way back to the fertility rituals. And when we talk about the fertility rituals, we need to think about the pre-Islamic religion and the sacrificing. In the pre-Islamic Arabia, there was like mostly polytheism. They worship Allah, Al-Uzza, Al-Manat, and Kaaba was the main central deity. In the local shrine of Temple Kaaba, there were idols, 360 of them. And if we go all the way down, 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 and let's go all the way to different locations, and I'm gonna skip forward a lot of them, and we go to Makkah pilgrimage. You will see all of these things were happening in the pre-Islamic period of so-called ignorance. The Mount Arafah, the Mudalifah, the Mina, sleeping openly in Mudalifah, staying in the open Mudalifah. Central Makkah, that includes Safa and Marwa, are well known as well as known Kaaba pilgrimage as the first two stations performed, standing at the Mina, animal sacrifice, the procession of Arafat to Mudalifah, and the Mina to Makkah in pre-reserved route towards idols or an idol. They were idols or idol for that. And I'm going to prove it from the Islamic scripture as well. And then we say near the Kaaba, Maqam Ibrahim, a place called Al Hijra sector, take reverence, and uh, Muzdalifah was a location where there was a pagan god. And they would do that in the Muzdalifah region near Makkah. The god Quzza, who is the god of rain and storm, was
Was
worshipped. In the pre Islamic times, pilgrims used to halt at the hill of Quzza, which is the hill at Muzdalifah, before sunrise. Man, they are not leaving a single thing of Hajj, which was done in pre-Islamic period.
so whatever these so-called jahils did, ignorance did, Islam comes, and then because Islam wants to debunk those time of ignorance, just takes everything from them and then relabels them as Islam.
Absolutely.
So it's all like
Absolutely.
you get to see, like, think about it. You get to see videos after videos, and Muslim missionaries after Muslim missionaries are saying, well, before Islam, people lived in the time of Jahiliyyah, time of ignorance. They didn't know anything. Islam comes and then introduce everything, transform the society, all this thing, right? And then what is Google telling us? Sheikh Google is showing us, actually, in this example, just the situation of Hajj. Islam comes, instead of like dealing with the time of Jahiliyyah, takes everything from Jahiliyyah, time of ignorance, and then puts that under the label of Islam, makes it religious rights, and tells that this is something you've got to do before you die.
By the way, this is
Yes.
not what Google is saying, FYI, because if you ask say Google, it will not tell you this. This is Wiki, if you look at certain things the way you actually ask, because this is in the Islamic scripture as well. It says during
Yeah.
the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, people used to perform tawaf of the Kaaba naked, and then it says here, it's pre-Islamic period. Most of the people used to go away directly from Arafat, but they used to depart after staying at Al-Muddalifah. Why would they stay at Muddalifah in the pre-Islamic period of ignorance? Because because in the Makkan area, the Muddalifah is where the god Kuzza, who is the god of rain and storm, and that's why they would stay and worship it there. In and this is what the Hadith is telling you about as well. And right now, Muslims are doing the same thing. They're not saying that we are not going to do that. They are doing the same thing as of now as well.
As the as time of people of time people from the time of Jahiliyyah did. Um,
Exactly.
have you
They
have you
just
been to Hajj?
relabeled it.
Have you been to Hajj, Adam?
No, I have not been to Hajj.
Good, because I would be very much worried about certain things. So that's good to
I
clear.
I had saved money for Hajj when it was much cheaper, but then God ordained me to leave this evil cult. And then I
Use that
enjoyed that money.
and use that money for something useful, right? That you
Yes.
don't need to kiss the blood of woman.
That is why they have to put perfume on it every day, which
And
they don't call
oil.
perfume. That's called oud. Oud.
Oh, let me just I've got someone in the backstage. Let me take the
Sure.
person and we get to hear the case. Whether um and what are the things in Hajj has nothing to do with paganism. Hello.
Good afternoon. Can you
Hello,
hear me?
sir. How are you? How are you,
I'm sorry,
sir?
can you hear me? I'm very well, thank you, ma'am.
I'm
Just God
I'm
bless you to you and Adam.
thank you very much for calling in, sir. Are you Muslim?
No, I'm not. I just wanted to add just 2 seconds. I know you're wanting Muslims,
Why
but
are you not
this is
Muslim?
why am I not? Because I don't want to drippity drip when I walk around black stones.
Good, brother. God bless you, brother. Continue.
I've actually spoken to Adam before through Jai. I'm not sure if you remember Adam. We were doing Christian Dawah on a Muslim that wanted to leave a while back, probably a year ago. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Jai or Chris Claus. One of us was, but you anyway. But that's just by the way. I just want to bring this up. My question when I talk to Muslims is this: I ask them to name one thing that's not from the pagans before. One
That's
thing
what I
around
asked
Hajj.
you. Isn't
Yeah,
that my question to you? Didn't I ask you that
exactly.
question?
That's right. Because let's face it, right? The shaved heads was done before. The Safa Marwa was done before. The circulating the Kaaba, done before. Kissing, worshipping the black stone, done before. Throwing stones at the devil, done before. Everything was done before, and Muhammad just incorporated that all back into Islam, saying, well, listen, guys, we know it's paganism, but it's okay because Allah says it's okay. And then we were talking about the naked Hajj, right? The naked Hajji dance where they, did it naked. There's a hadith in Sahih Bukhari, 814, where it actually says, now we know that the izar was used as a waist wrapper that used to cover their woolly winkies and the chocolate factory. But these guys, when they were doing it in Bukhari 814, it says that the people used to pray with the Prophet tying their izars around their neck. Now, this was the wrapper that covered the bottom half of the body. And then it says, because they're small sizes, and the women were directed not to raise their heads from the prostrations till the men had sat straight. Because if the men took their izar off and put it around their shoulders or above their necks, then the bottom half was now naked. So if the woman standing behind a man was watching him prostrate, the first thing he would see was the starfish. So unfortunately, they were told to lower their gazes as well,
The bum.
showing you how sick and evil this cult is.
Yeah. You just jumped one step ahead. But yeah, you're right. So let me just show it to you. Show it to everyone with what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, brother. Sorry,
No,
brother.
no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We are already talking about it.
There is so much ugliness and pagan thing in itself, so we don't know which order we should go.
That's perfectly fine. No worries. So that's why we'll go every single order because Muhammad even said that a lot of things in the order of Hajj, you can actually skip forward the order. You can do Rami first, you can do Mudalfa later, and etc. 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 I'm going to show that as well. The people used to pray with Prophet, tying their azar around their necks because of their small sizes, and the women were directed that they should not raise their heads from the prostration till the men have sat straight. Because women are always in the back in those days, not on the side, but in the back. So when if the woman gets up early, they will see the bum, the bum,
The
and
big
that's the
brown eye.
reality, the bum.
Mhm. So your question
And
earlier, before I leave, I'm not going to stay too long, guys. I apologize. But the question you asked earlier, why were they dripping semen? It's because, can you imagine all these naked women
I don't
walking
want to
around?
imagine. No. I don't want
Okay,
to.
no,
I don't
sorry.
want to imagine. But, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying, so, but anyways, and then I just want to add this before I leave, and I want to thank you guys for having me. I'm a big fan of both of you. My thing would be this: the longest living resident of Mecca, the longest living resident of Mecca, is actually Satan. They've been stoning Satan there before Islam, and they're still stoning him to this day. I'm just saying.
There you go.
And
Let me just show
and
you something. Let me show
sad
you
thing is
something.
they're paying $18,000 to go and visit.
There you go, Mr. Agent. A man said to the Prophet, I performed the tawaf al-fada before the ramming. That is the throwing of the pebbles to Jamra. The Prophet replies, there's no harm. The man said, I had my head shaved before slaughtering. The Prophet replied, there's no harm. He said, I have slaughtered the hadi, means the slaughtering, before the rami. The Prophet said, there's no harm. So you're going to do it in any order and doesn't matter. That's exactly what the pagans were doing.
That's
So
right.
like you just gotta do all of these things. There's no harm. There's no order. And I was listening to Engineer Muhammad Mirza the other day, and because in the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, certain things Muhammad forbade. Like for example, in the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, these women were using the menstruation blood and putting it on the black stone. Muhammad said, no, you can't do that now. Sorry, you cannot be menstruating. So now they are not allowed to go into the tawaf kaaba if they are menstruating, like they are forbidden. You can't go in.
Oh,
So
it's crazy.
I was talking to sorry, I was listening to engineer Muhammad Mirza, and he said that is exactly why Muhammad said all of these things. So you do rummi first. You are in state of menstruation. Do rummi first. Doesn't matter. Don't go into the kaaba. Don't circumambulate the kaaba. Do the rummi first. Do the jamra first. Do everything else first, and wait till the very last day so that your menstruation cycle might be over by then, and do the tawaf kaaba or circumambulating the kaaba. Imagine these people are following the absolute paganism in the history of the absolute paganism, and they are proclaiming it like, oh, this is how it
It's
should
a
be.
new revelation. It's a new revelation.
Absolutely, absolutely, my friend.
One more thing just before I go, and again, God bless you. I apologize, Arjun. In Surah 68:1, it says when you read the tafsir by Ibn Abbas, it says talking about the noon, which is on the back of the whale, which is on the back of the bull, which is on the back of the rock, and on the and above and below that is dust. Now, if you Google what the Hindus believed in when they had the world on top of the back of an elephant, on top of the back of a tortoise, and surrounded by the snake, that there was a story in Islam where the snake were protecting the Kaaba for 500 years. And this again is showing you how paganistic this entire religion is, taking, pick and choosing from anyone and everyone. And there's a brilliant picture with it. All you have to do is just write on Google world on back of an elephant on back of a tortoise, and then you look at the explanation of Surah 68:1, and you'll notice how paganistic this entire religion is. But God bless you guys. I apologize for jumping in and disturbing you.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe and God bless.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much for
brother. God
calling.
bless you. You do not have to apologize so many times, but thank you so very much. God bless you. And I'll catch you later sometime, and we'll have some fun again. It's
Man,
been
if
long.
you guys, if I can invite one of you, my channel is called the Agents 007. The
Yeah, your
Agents
channel has
007.
already been shared by our moderators, Phil Herrera,
Oh,
and the
Phil,
people knows it.
he's one of my
And
mods as well. So God bless him.
Oh, bless you.
But I listen, I appreciate you guys. God bless. Take care.
God
Thank you
bless,
very much,
brother. God
brother.
bless. Take care.
Um, so let me just make very quick comment before we are getting sidetracked. So yes, it is all like double pagan thing happening here, right? And then we just heard, according to Surah 68 verse 1, in the background, where the earth stands, all those kind of things. All you need to do is you just need to make sure you pray and pray more, so that neither fish sneeze or jumps around, neither snake wants to change their direction. Otherwise, the people who live in planet earth, life is going to be very hard for them. Okay, let's focus now.
I am always focused, sister.
Okay.
Always.
So,
Yep.
um,
By the way,
le-
there is a super chat on my channel which I can't see here in the StreamYard. I don't know why. Can you
uh,
see?
I've got two spare chats are waiting for you. Yeah.
No. The latest one is gone. I don't know how. I can't even see that.
Is it
It's
from
there.
what? Who is it from?
Oh, sorry. That's a different one. I don't know. Yeah, that's a different stream. I have opened a different stream. Man, sorry. Let me just fix it. All right. Sorry. I have just so many streams running on. You have no idea
I
what I
would
was doing.
I would like to use the opportunity and remind everyone that not only Adam is like following different stream right now, but he was also late to the stream for 6 minutes. Six. By the six
I,
minutes, you know how many these black stone Muslims will be kissing? Lots of Muslims. How many Muslims? Lots of Muslims will be kissing the black stone.
yeah, they were kissing the Safa and Marwa as well. You know that, right?
Well, so much kissing, brother. I need to do homework. What type of kissing? Is this French kiss like Mohammed does French kiss stuff with the kids? Anyway, messed up
Let me just show
religion.
you something. Let me just show you something. So, in the circumambulation of the Kaaba, the second thing comes the circumambulation between the two um, idols, that is As-Safa and Al-Marwa. So, let me show you something. Hold on. There you go. This is Tafsir ibn Kasir. It says, As-Saf was an idol on the Safa mountain, while Nehla is an idol, which was a female idol, was on Al-Marwa. And they used to touch, actually it's not touch, it is actually kiss, so the literal translation is that, but they would kiss them. After Islam came, they were hesitant about performing tawaf between them. Therefore, the ayah chapter number 2 verse number 158 was revealed that don't worry, these are the shura of Allah, these are the symbols of Allah, and these were the two male and female goddesses. And I'm gonna show you where they are male and female, because Nehel is a female name, but once again people would say, there you go. There was an Alsaf, an idol in form of a man called Asaf, and on Marwa an idol in the form of a woman called Nehla. Nahal. So these like this goes all the way back to the fertility goddesses and God, where they have to do the thing, and they were placed in two different mountains, and these people will run between these two mountains to do this. And the Muslims were hesitant. They're like, Muhammad, we understand we have to do circumambulation of the Kaaba, but why should we run between these two mountains? These two mountains were the temples, temple of Asaf, temple of Al-Nahla, the Safa and the Marwa. Why should we do that? Muhammad said, no, you gotta do this. You have to do this.
So I just need to ask clarification.
Yes,
You are telling me Islam, that is the pure monotheist religion, that tells Muslims once in their lifetime they need to turn up to Mecca and then do their Hajj, so and then kiss the black stone, all those kind of things. One of the things they need to do this 10 days period is running from one hill to another hill. And while today they are running it, in the time of Jahiliyyah, people were doing the same thing because they had their own god in these different hills, in these different mountains.
absolutely.
So you are
Not
telling
mountains,
me this,
hills.
you are telling me that they simply stole the hills and then throw the pagan gods away, idols away, or maybe they keep the idols. You never know.
Sahih al-Bukhari 1648. I asked Anas bin Malik, did you used to dislike the perform of the tawaf between Safa and Marwa? He said yes, as it was the ceremonies of the day of the pre-Islamic period of ignorance. Till Allah revealed the verse, verily, the two mountains, which is not mountains, hills, As-Safa and Al-Marwa, are among the symbols of Allah, Shura of Allah, It is therefore no sin for him who performed the pilgrimage to the Kaaba should also perform Umrah to perform tawaf between them.
Isn't this like very, very similar background for the black stone, right? People don't want, Umar doesn't want to kiss the black stone,
Yeah,
but he does it because
Muhammad did.
Muhammad does it. He doesn't want to do it because pagans did it, right? In here, Muslims don't want to do it. Muslims don't want to do it. But Allah steps in and then says, excuse me, there is nothing pagan here. It was pagan before Muhammad came. Muhammad came, all that pagan is not pagan at all. We just take it from them.
Yeah, there you go. Let me show you this. 1643. Now, this is beautiful hadith. We'll go there. I asked Aisha, who asked Arwa, how do you interpret the statement of Allah? Verily, as Safa and Al Marwa are among the symbols of Allah. Symbols of Allah, that's the idols of Allah. Whoever performed the Hajj to the Kaaba or perform Umrah, it is not harmful for him to perform tawaf between them. The Safa or Marwa. Chapter number 2, verse number 158. By Allah, she's like, he's like saying that I swear by Allah. There is no harm if one does not perform the tawaf. So people did not wanted to perform the tawaf. They were creating excuses after the verse of Allah has been revealed. They're creating excuses that there's no harm if one does not perform the tawaf between Safa and Marwa. Aisha said, "Oh my nephew, your interpretation is not true. Had this interpretation of yours been correct, the statement of Allah should have been, it is not harmful for him if he does not perform the tawaf between them. But in fact, the divine inspiration was revealed concerning the Ansar who used to assume ihram for worship an idol called Manat, which they used to worship at the place called Al Mushal, which is Muzdalifah as well, before they embraced Islam. And whoever assumed ihram would consider it not right to perform the tawaf between Safa and Marwa because they were worshipping another kind of an idol. They would not do the tawaf between Safa and Marwa as well. When they embraced Islam, they asked Allah Messenger regarding it, saying, "O Allah Apostle, we used to refrain from tawaf between Safa and Marwa." So Allah revealed, "Verily, as Safa and Al Marwa are among the symbols of Allah." Aisha added, "Surely, Allah Apostle said the tradition of the tawaf between Safa and Marwa, so nobody is allowed to omit tawaf between them." Later on, Arwas told Abu Bakr bin Abdul Rahman, and he said, "I have not heard such an information. But I heard learned men saying that all people, except those whom Aisha mentioned and who used to assume ihram for the sake of Manat, used to perform tawaf between Safa and Marwa." So there were people who used to perform tawaf for Safa and Marwa. So there were, and Aisha said there are some who does not. When Allah referred the tawaf of Kaaba and did not mention Safa and Marwa in the Quran. So in Quran chapter number 2, verse number 198, the tawaf of Kaaba is mentioned, but not the Safa and Marwa. The people asked, "O Allah Messenger, we used to perform tawaf between Safa and Marwa as well." And then Allah revealed the verse, "Tawaf of Kaaba has not mentioned Safa and Marwa. Is there any harm if we perform tawaf between Safa and Marwa?" So Allah revealed, "Verily, as Safa and Al Marwa are among the symbols of Allah." Abu Bakr
I
said, "It seems that these verses were revealed concerning the two groups." So there were two groups, one who does not perform, one who does perform. Sister, what would you do?
Well, I think we need to give huge credit to Muslims for reminding Allah what He needed to reveal at the first place, right?
Exactly. Number one.
We
Number
need to
two.
give credit. We need to give credit to lots of people right now. First of all, we need to give credit to conscious Muslims in 7th century that they don't want to do something pagans are doing. They are like, "Oh, this is not right," and then people step in and then says, "No, you've got to go and do it. It's okay. It's all okay." And then we need to give credit to people who are questioning these actions. And then Aisha says, "Well, if you were correct, Allah would reveal this like this." And then people are still nervous about it. And then finally, what happens? Allah steps in and then gently Remember the part I forgot to tell you a little bit earlier, and now I know there are questions about it. Now I'm gonna reveal that part to you as well. So you see how many people are getting credit here. Lots of Muslims plus anyone who encouraged Allah to remember his memory.
Interesting, right? Interesting.
I would say it's like that's how you know Islam is all about lies and deceptions.
You are actually true as well, but this is very interesting, you know. At the end of the day, these verses where Allah is revealing these things in separate locations for something which is one of the pillar of Islam, after the people are saying these things.
Yep. Allah is always behind the things. Allah is always behind the things until someone comes and complains it. Yeah, I remember I forgot that part. He takes even no responsibility. That is bad as well.
And the pre-Islamic period of ignorance people, look, who used to refrain from tawaf between Safa and Marwa in the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, and those who used to perform the tawaf between them. And after embracing Islam, they refrained from the tawaf between them, as Allah has enjoyed the tawaf of the Kaaba and did not mention the tawaf of Safa and Marwa. So they're like, we are not going to do that. That is what we used to do in the pre-Islamic period of ignorance. We are not going to do that. We know these are two mountains of idols. We know these are two mountains of the temples. One has a temple of Al-Saf, one has a temple of Nila. We are not going to do that. Allah was like, shush, you idiots. You have to do that because I say so.
Well, the basic is your conscience needs to be clear, right? You can't do
Very
things because someone tells you. Your conscience needs to be clear. Such a shame that Muslims just give this in. Or not Muslims, converts. Pagan converts had to bow down. Pagan converts know much more than Allah and Muhammad. That there is something wrong. If Islam is this pure monotheist religion, then why are we doing all these things exactly where that God was? We were doing these things, and then now another God is over there. Like, why is this? So pagan. So pagan.
And then we saw people would like to go through Arafah, right? There you go.
Yes.
Allah said, there is no blame upon you seeking bounty from your Lord, but when you depart from Arafat, remember Allah at Al Mashal Haram and remember Him as He guided you, for indeed you were before that among astray. So you were among the astray before that. Now you are not among the astray, but you are still doing the same thing through Arafat. Why would you do that?
Pagans did it.
And you are
Pagans
doing it.
did it. Pagans did it. Pagans did it. My neighbor, my neighbor does it. I can't live life without not doing it. I want to be like them.
Hmm.
No?
That's why I like your song, which you played today again. I'm gonna steal it once you send it to me via Google Drive so that I would claim it and steal it. So please do that. I really want it. I just love it.
I don't know how to send it. I'll send it to you like normal YouTube link.
No,
No? Okay. Okay, we
like
work that. Anyway, let's
all
focus.
right.
Focus the
Yeah, so that I can steal it. That is how I steal things.
yeah,
I
because
ask
I
the
have
people
it.
to give it to me.
Because I have it, you don't have it. So it's the same thing. These ignorant people have it. We don't have it. Let's take it from them. Good mentality, right? Like
Yeah,
that kind of takes down the bridges of like you don't want you want everyone communism, right? You want everyone to
yeah,
be equal, poor to be more poorer, all that kind of things. With this thing, like jealousy is already gone because whatever they had, now we have it.
absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go to Sunan Bukhari 1643 again, and I'll show you something very important. Finish it off. I think I already did that. Sorry. Yeah, so Aisha is going through all of this tradition, and then they are showing other traditions for As-Safain al-Marwa. So now the black stone, which is the most central thing in Islam, imagine what is happening here. We used to worship stones. By the way, Islam is very monotheistic. Okay,
Yeah, not
and when
very
we
much,
found
brother.
absolute,
I I'm
absolutely,
sorry. I have to step in and correct you. Not
please
very
correct.
monotheist, pure monotheist,
Which one?
fully monotheist, a pure monotheist.
Pure monotheistic. Okay, yeah, pure monotheistic. Absolutely pure
Not
monotheistic.
very, yeah.
And when we found a better stone than the first one, we would throw the first one and take the later. But if we could not find a stone, then we would collect some earth, i.e., the soil, and then bring a sheep and milk that sheep over it so that you need to make it wet and the perform tawaf around it. What? In the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, you were doing the tawaf of the stone? Really? And you are doing the tawaf of the stone now? When the month of Rajab came, we used to stop everything, calling this month the iron remover. So we used to take our spears and remove the iron from the spears. We used to remove and throw away the iron part of every spear and arrow in the month of Rajab. Exactly what Muhammad said. Abdul Rajab also added, when the Prophet sent with Allah Messenger message, I was a boy working as the shepherd of my family, camels. When we heard the news about the appearance of the Prophet, we ran to the fire, i.e., to Musailima al-Kazaf. That is another prophet at that particular time. So there were multiple prophets at the time. One of them was Musailima. Muhammad used to call him Musailima al-Kazab, yani Musailima the liar. So that's the name that Muhammad gave it to him, Musailima the liar. By the way, this is so ironic that there were multiple prophets at that time, and because Muhammad was the winner in the fights and in killing the rest of them, Muhammad called all of them a liar. So imagine if right now Musailama would have won the battle, he would have called Muhammad al-Kazzab. That is how it works. Because no anybody can name the other type of prophets as liars if they are the winners. Isn't that so?
So, one of the thing you win things, okay? I think the strategy Muhammad followed is building bridges, right? He's building. We are making fun of it, but actually, if you think in a bigger picture, it is very strategical, right? He is building bridges. Pagans, you are worshiping these idols. You are running from this hill to other hill, worshiping these idols. You are staying up overnight because idol of thunderstorm is there, all those kind of things. Come to me. Come to me. I've got exactly the same thing. Plus, I can give you some other things like 72 virgins or other child bride, all other things, right? Bring whatever you have. Come into Islam and then get the additionals. That's what it is. So it is how he's winning. He's just compromising until those people simply turn into Islam. And even when they turn into Islam, they just like, this is supposed to be something different. Why are we doing exactly the same thing we used to do as a pagan? Things needs to be changed, right? When you were not Christian, You were taking alcohols. Now you cut that off. You become new person. It's like new me. But there is no new me. Like the guy says, like, this is new me. I don't want to do these pagan things. And then Allah steps in. Who are you? You've got to do it. That's how he won those prophethood battles. He compromised. He built the bridges. All that.
Very well said. Right on the spot. Absolutely. And isn't that true that he has to gather them in back into the fold of Islam? He has to do all of these things.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like there is nothing he can sell out, right? He's just stealing ideas, stealing practices from different groups, and then creating his own, and then using his God as a excuse to back himself up. And then little bit earlier in the hadith you pointed out, like 1643, that even Allah is running behind. People are saying, where is this part? Like, what's happening here? And then Allah steps in and then says, here's the part you are looking for it. And then gives the leftover, let's say, revelation.
Absolutely.
So pagan.
Absolutely. There you go. Let me show you something very interesting. This is Siratun Nabi by Ibn Ishaq again. I'm bringing it up again. The absolute pagan tradition in the history of pagan traditions. All right. So let me just zoom in now. Let's see if it can zoom.
Yeah.
All right. So the apostle was 35 when he rebuilt the Kaaba, by the way. FYI, remember that. Muhammad became a prophet when he was 40. So it is before the prophet became the prophet. Okay. The Qurayshi decided to rebuild the Kaaba and etc. etc. The roof was demolished, etc. etc. Forget all that. Now check this out. Qurayshi cut his hand off. They say that the people who stole the treasure deposited it with the Waqf. So cutting the hand of the thief was also pre-Islamic. You know that, right?
And then Muhammad comes and then takes that from them as well.
And Allah said, cut the hands of the thief, FYI. But that's not the point. I just wanted to show it. We are going to go to the next paragraph. But yeah, cutting the hands of the thief is also from the pre-Islamic period of ignorance. Among those suspected were etc. etc. and etc. etc. and etc. who shared the same mother of Abu Lahab and Abdul Muttalib. Quraysh alleged that it was they who took the Kaaba's treasure and deposited it with the Waqf, a freedman of Banu Mulayya. So there are slavery in there as well. So when Qurayshi suspected them, they informed against the Iraq so that their hand could be cut off. It was said that they had left it with him, and people say that when Qurayshi felt certain that the treasure had been with Al Haritha, they took him to an Arab sorcerer that was there as well because Muhammad was magic defended as well. And in Rahman, uncertain, she decreed that he should not enter Makkah for 10 years because he had profaned the sanctuary of Kaaba. They alleged that he was driven out and lived in the surrounding country for 10 years. Countries? Really? Why would it be?
No, don't ask logical question, brother. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, what is Muhammad doing? Check this out. Here. Uh, Isa on okay, let's go. Circumlating the Kaaba. They were doing circumlating, and Muhammad is finally putting the black stone. Inquire about him is told that Abdullah grandfather etc. who took the stone from the Kaaba when Quraishi decided to demolish it, and it sprang from his hand and returned to his place. And it was he who said to the words which have just been quoted. And the maternal uncle of the a so-called prophet of Islam, the noble Arab poet, he said this thing, etc. The Qurayshi divided the work among them, the section near the door, and etc. etc. The space between the black stone and the southern corner to these tribes, which was attached to them, the back of the Kaaba to these people, the side to these people, and the Hatam to these people. The people were afraid to demolish the temple and withdraw in awe from it. And these people said, I will begin to demolish. So he took a pickaxe, went up and saying, the while, O God, do not be afraid, O God, we intend only what is best. Then he demolished the part of the two corners. They're like, dude, the God of the Kaaba will destroy us if we use the pick to rebuild it, to destroy it. They were thinking this is the house of their Allah, the house of their God. This is exactly what Muhammad did. This is Baitullah. It is called Baitullah, the house of Allah. The night the people watched, saying, we will look out. If this is smitten, we wouldn't destroy any more of it. We'll restore it as it was. But if nothing happens to him, God is pleased with what we are doing it. We will demolish it. In the morning, Al Walid returned to the work of demolition. The people worked with him until they got down to the foundation, quotes in quotes, of Ibrahim. They came on a green stone like camel. A hump joined one another. Certain tradition told me the men of Quraysh inserted a crowbar between the two stones in order to get them out, and when he removed or moved the stone, the whole of the Makkan shuddered so that they left the foundation alone. And then this is exactly what is it saying. Syriac writing they could not understand until the Jews read it for them, and it was follow as I am Allah, the Lord of Bakka. Was it not called Makkah instead of Bakka? By the way, Bakka, if it is the Jewish writing, Bakka is called the Valley of the Weeping. It's in Psalm. It's the Valley of the Weeping. This has nothing to do with the Valley of Weeping. And by the way, is the sanctuary of Allah, the Baitullah, the Valley of Weeping? They are creating stories after stories with this kind of silliness. What do you say, sister?
So one of the things also you can pick up is they are turning to the Jews to figure out what's happening, right?
No,
The
they're
very
not
people.
turning. They said that there was a writing when they removed
Yeah,
the
they couldn't
foundation stone.
understand until a Jew read it for them.
Yeah, because they don't know how to read Hebrew, right?
Yeah, so why Allah is not using their language?
That is true.
Where is Allah? Why is Allah silent?
Where is Allah? Where is Allah? This is an interesting question.
Like why? Like think about it. They are turning to the Jews, and then Jews are explaining what is this.
Hmm.
They're gonna. This is 5 years before Muhammad became a
Muhammad.
prophet, right?
Yeah,
His relatives are involved, all intention of destroying the Kaaba for better.
exactly. By the way, that Kaaba never had a black stone as well, because it
So
says Layth bin Abu Sulaiman alleged that they found a stone in the Kaaba 40 years before the Prophet mission. If what they are saying is true, containing the inscription, he that sowed good shall reap joy, he that sowed evil shall reap sorrow. Can you do evil and be rewarded with good? Nay, as grapes
great.
cannot be gathered from the thrones. But they
So
read this.
so pagans are trying to destroy their holy place
Hmm.
because apparently it is the holy house of God. And then today, Muslims are traveling all the way there to use that as a worship. Huh.
Yep.
Something is like strange.
A lot
Strange.
strange. The tribes of Quraysh gathered stones for building each tribe collecting them and building them by itself until the building was finished up to the black stone, where controversy arose. Each tribe wanting to lift it up to its place until they went there several ways, formed alliances, and got ready for battle. Everybody wanted to put that. The etc. 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 Bowl full of blood. They then went to the lay, pledged themselves to the death, and thrust their hands for blood. For this reason, they were called the blood lickers. Such was the state of affairs for the 4 or 5 nights. And then the
That
Quraishi gathered in the mosque. Blood
that's
lickers.
wonderful. That's wonderful name, right?
Yeah,
Black
blood
liquor.
lickers. Yeah,
That's nice
absolutely.
name.
And
That's
these are
what
the
I can
most
use it.
these were the
Black
most important people of that time, sister. Very important people of that time.
black knickers.
Blood lickers.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. A traditionalist alleged that Abu Umayyah and etc. etc. At this time, the oldest man of the Quraysh urged them to make a first man to enter the gate of the mosque, temple, by the way, wrong translation, empire in the matter of dispute. They did so. And the first one to come was the apostle of Allah. When they saw him, they said, "This is the trustworthy one." By the way, Muhammad is 35 at that time. We are satisfied. This is Muhammad. When he came to them, they informed him of the matter and said, "Give me a cloak." And when it was brought to him, he took the black stone, put it inside it, and said that each tribe should take the hold of the end of the clock and they should lift it together. They did this so that when they got to the into the position, he placed it with his own hand, and then building went on above it. So this is the time when Kaaba had 360 idols. Muhammad is building the temple with 360 idols and the black stone, which is worshipped as the fertility goddess stone, where menstruating women are using their menstruation blood, the hand that they would put in front, and their menstruation blood will come on to their hand, and they will rub it on this stone. This stone is revered so much that people wanted to kill each other for this stone placement. This was one of the most important stone, and Muhammad placed it with his own hand, and he had no knowledge whatsoever why he's doing that, except for the knowledge of the pre-Islamic period of ignorance.
Pagans. Islam is so pagan. So pagan. One of the things I like about this story, brother,
Please tell me.
like at this stage, I'm kind of reading people who are involved putting this black stone are male. So there is no flesh blood on the stone. So all the blood was there. It's like probably dried now. When you are kind of moving around, touching it, it's not gonna stick on your fingers. That's a good thing.
Did they actually wash it?
No, they didn't wash it because stone
Okay.
is still black. But
So
the blood,
it
so
would
like
be sticky.
woman hasn't touched it for like a few days, right? Because they need to move it around stuff. So that blood from the sun got dried.
So it should be sticky, isn't it?
No, if it's dry, it should be okay. If it's not, maybe it's sticky. I don't know. I don't spend too much time to check those things, brother, but I was just like thinking on the hygienic side of this, right? You are don't know.
So imagine Kaaba was built according to the desires of the pre-Islamic period of ignorant people, not according to Allah. You know, when we look at the temple, the creation of the temple, God explicitly stated each and everything how the temple should be built. That's in First King chapter number 5. Like complete blueprint is there. You can watch, you can read it right now and open AutoCAD and create the exact blueprint right now. That is how detailed it is. That's the temple, temple of God.
Well,
Whereas when we look into this, it is built according to the desires of the pagan tribes, according to the paganistic way, as the pagans wanted. Yes, sister.
Today it is very well organized, right? You've got like golden stuff around it, you've got other things around it, you've got individuals whose job to simply like put a perfume on it, all those kind of things. Yes, it was designed and put together by humans, and Muhammad was involved in it, all those kind of things. That's like nice pagan tradition. But today Saudi Arabia is doing very good job, and it's looks much hygienic, right?
Is it like if like 200 people are kissing it in one time, is it hygienic?
Yes.
Really?
So 200 kissing, lots of people are trying to kiss at the same time in a day. Over lots of thousands people are kissing it. Some people are licking it, and then you've got like Siemens are on the floor, and then you've got like more things are just like circulating in disgusting form around. Yeah, it is hygienic.
Let me read the last paragraph. Quraysh used to call the apostle of Allah before revelation came to him the trustworthy one. And when they had finished building the Kaaba according to their desires, remember, Kaaba is built according to their desires. As Zubayr, the son of Abdul Muttalib, said about the snake which made the Qurayshi dread rebuilding the Kaaba. You want to say something? You were laughing on something. I don't know what you were laughing about. The
I
Muhammad being the trustworthy one, or
Yeah, trustworthy, and then how things changes.
mashallah, mashallah. In 5 years, things will change dramatically. This trustworthy become the non-trustworthy, right?
Yep.
All right. You want to take the person in the backstage before we continue?
Sure. Hello. Hello. Your mic is muted, sir or ma'am. Adrian. No? Go ahead, brother. Let's continue. Person
All
in the
right.
backstage.
So the Hamas, who were the people of Hamas? I do not know whether it was before or after the year of elephant. By the way, supposedly Muhammad was born on the year of the elephant. That the Qurayshi invented the idea of Hamas and put it into practice. They said, "We are the sons of Abraham." They just said it. We don't know. They just said it. The people of the holy territory and the guardians of the temple and the citizens of the Makkah. No other Arab have the right like ours or position like ours. The Arab recognize none as they recognize us. So do not attach the same importance to the outsider country as you do to the sanctuary. For if you do, the Arabs will despise your taboo and will say they have given the same importance to the outsider land as to the sacred territory. So they gave up the halt. So what? They gave up the halt at Arafah and departure from it, while they recognized that these were institutions of the pilgrimage and the religion of Abraham. What?
So
They
this is
considered that, yeah, that's what Muslims are doing right now as well at
so
Arafah.
this is the pagans are saying this?
Yeah, these is the pagan Hamas are saying this.
Whom's?
They
Yeah.
considered that other Arabs should halt there and depart from that place, but they said, "We are the people of the sanctuary, so it is not fitting that we should go out from the sacred territory and honor other places as we do." But right now, everyone has to do that. So this was being done in the pagan era, but Homer said, "We are not going to do that. We are the people of the sanctuary. We are not going to do that." So even the Arafah, the Makame Arafah, is absolute pagan. Absolute
Huh,
pagan.
huh.
That's the reality.
Strange. Pagans are identifying this is the pagan identifying this place linking with Abraham, and then Muslims are coming, and then this part, like if you are familiar with the Islamic traditions, it looks like non-Arabs is higher than other Arabs. No Muslim is better than other Muslim. All those kind of things. That's like so-called Muhammad's last sermon, right?
Yep.
but it looks like they stole it from the pagans. Even Muhammad's last sermon is like inspired by pagans.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much.
Huh.
By the way, these are the same people whom Muhammad said that the Hamas are the Qurayshis. What did they do? They further and refused to allow the outsider of the haram to bring food in. And when they came on the great little pilgrimage, yani Hajj or the Umrah, great or the little pilgrimage, nor could they circumambulate the house except in the garments of hummus. So only hummus will give the garments, which is haram garment. If they had no such garment, they had to go around naked. If any man or woman felt sclubs when they had no hummus garments, they could go around in their ordinary clothes. But they had to throw them away afterwards so that neither they nor anyone else could make use of them ever.
So
The
Muslim men are given clothes there as well.
the hummus people were giving clothes.
No, in 21st century, like when people go to Hajj, they get that clothing.
Right now, they are not following this tradition. You have to bring your own ahram.
The white clothing. Do they bring?
Yeah,
I think they buy it from there.
yeah, you have to buy like from
Yeah,
wherever. It doesn't matter nowadays.
yeah, you can't enter in without that, so you buy it from
Exactly.
there. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. You have to buy it from or before entering the location. You have to stay at, I forgot the name, Minat, if I'm not mistaken. There's a specific place which is at a certain miles away that you have to buy the clothes, wear them, and then enter for circumambulation of the Kaaba.
Oof, not looking good. Not looking good, brother. We were supposed to be focusing on this spirituality of Islam, but all we are seeing is pagan and pagan and pagan.
Absolutely. They halted at Arafat, hastened from it. Muhammad said, run, hasten, run fast, walk fast, circumambulated the house naked. The men at least went naked, while the women laid aside all their clothes except the shift wide open back or front. An Arab woman who was going round the house thus said, today some or all of it can be seen. But what can be seen, I do not make common property. This is exactly what's happening. This is what's happening. That's Islam, guys. That's Islam. Right now, all the women in the Kaaba, Makkah, becomes common property. This is how they would do that. By the way, you
And
have
this,
somebody in the
as,
backstage.
as I said, like same thing in 1800s, that eyewitnesses are expressing that there are common women there for people to use it. And today, let me take the caller. Hello.
Allah.
Hello, sir. Who are you?
My name AJ.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's shake yourself a little bit. Let's make your case for us. Are you Muslim, sir?
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
Okay. Pull yourself together as you are speaking. Okay. Right now, it looks like you are doing a not speaking thing. Can you tell us what are the things in Hajj has nothing to do with paganism?
Let me ask you this though. What are you Christian?
You don't answer the question with another question.
I'm just asking. I'm an answer. I'm just asking though, like what do you
If you
believe in?
do
Are you
not
Christian?
know, then there is no point coming to our channel.
I know, I'm just saying though. All right,
So you
ask me
don't
the
have to
question.
say it.
Mr. Muslim, are you able to make your case that what are the things in Hajj has nothing to do with paganism? I am more curious about, for example, why the semen are dropping from the man, why Muslims are kissing the things that are identified as pagan things, why they are running around from hill to hill. That was pagan practice before, and lots of other things. So, can you give us um, your top 20 things that has nothing to do with paganism during the Hajj.
I don't believe any of that is paganism. Uh, I believe all of that is reference to what was described as also the same things done in the Bible. For example, when you say
No, no,
kissing,
no, 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 no,
when you
no.
say
For
kissing,
example, I don't need your for examples, and I don't need your lies, sir. So let's bring our attention to some of your
hold on.
traditions.
So am I going to be able to explain my answer? Because this is
AJ,
my
listen to
answer.
me
My
very
answer,
carefully. Listen to me
my
very
my
carefully.
answer is
Wait, listen to me very carefully first. You finish this, and then if you want to go and open another topic, you can. We'll answer you. But first of all, we showed you the ahadith where Muhammad and the follower of Muhammad are saying this is pagan. We took it from the paganism. They actually acknowledges it. Once you finish this, at least explain it to us how it is not paganism. Then you can ask us a question and we'll answer you. But you cannot answer a question with another question. For example, this. It doesn't matter. It's a specific subject. Finish this, then go to other scriptures. Please, mic is yours.
okay. Show me the scripture.
Show me what?
You just said that there's a hadith, and I'm saying show me then where it says that it is paganism. I'm saying show me.
Oh, sure. I've shown all of them beforehand, but let me just bring it as well. That there you go. The Safa or Marwa were pagan rituals, and oh, not this one. Sorry, my bad. Let me bring the Safa Marwa first. Hold on.
I can get 1648 if you want.
Yeah, 1648 of Bukhari. Let me bring it up. I have just too many in front of me. All right. So, what is happening over here?
Would you be able to read it, Mr. Muslim?
Read it for me, please.
No,
No,
I'm gonna
you
bring
read it,
mine.
please.
There you go. It's bigger. Read it.
Oh. Mr. Muslim, come on, pull yourself together, get that energy so like words move out from your mouth, okay? So can you read it for
So
us?
what I'm reading is you got the command of Allah telling you to do something. How is that
Was it
paganism?
was it happening in the pre-Islamic period of ignorance? Come on, man. Hurry up. Hello.
Okay.
Mars to Earth. Mars to
Uh,
Earth.
I moved him, he's not speaking. So I read it again. I asked Anas bin Malik, did you used to dislike the perform taraf between Safa and Marwa? He said, yes, as it was of the ceremonies of the days of the pre-Islamic period of ignorance until Allah revealed, Safa and Marwa are among the symbols of Allah. It is therefore no sin for him who performs the pilgrimage to Kaaba or performs Umrah to perform tawaf between them. Did you
Correct.
did you dislike this? Did you dislike running between these hills? Yes, I did. The reason I did is because it was part of our worship before Islam took over. Oh no, it was part of your worship before Islam took over until Islam took over and Allah steps in and then says, He is the evidence.
All
They
right.
are my
So
symbols.
bring him in because he wasn't talking and now he's typing in the private chat. So bring him up. Let's see
Well, he
if he
left.
has asked Chat GPT. He
He
ran
left.
away? Okay, he
Yeah.
ran away.
Okay, let me read this chat. Is that guy Muslim? Bring me up. Who is this guy? I am Muslim. Bring me up. What happened? You don't want me to refute? You don't want to be refuted? Like we literally were waiting after I told you, pull your energy together, move your lips, make those words. You didn't. And then I moved you backstage. Like, what do you want? Like, just like, do this with my fingers? Come on. Like,
Unbelievable.
it's
So
only
when
Muslims, who run away or like choose to be silent, and then suddenly, like, you give them keyboards and then they abuse keyboards as the way Muhammad did to Aisha. Like, seriously, man. Sorry, brother.
no worries, sister. And Muhammad used to perform a specific ritual of praying between the pillars. Abdullah bin Umar, Allah Messenger, entered Kaaba along with Usama bin Zaid, Bilal, etc., and closed the door and stayed there for some time. I asked Bilal when he came out, what did the Prophet do? He replied, he offered prayer with one pillar to his left, one pillar to his right, and three pillars behind. In those days, Kaaba was supported with six pillars. Malik said there were two pillars on his right side. Very pillory type of Kaaba. Now we go back. You gotta understand one of the very important thing of the Abu Talib's poetry. Let me just go to the Abu Talib's poetry. This
While
is
we
the
are,
poetry. Yes.
go ahead, sorry.
So there is the poetry. And what is he saying? Where the pilgrimage make their camels kneel, where the blood flows between Asaf and Al Nahla, camels marked on the shoulders or the neck, tamed one between 6 and 9 years old. That is where they were doing the sacrifice as well, because they were going around these two male and female god and goddesses. And then we will go down, and here which it says, by the true temple of the valley of Makkah, true temple of the valley of Makkah, by God who is never unmindful, by the black stone when they stroke it, when they go round it morning and evening. That's what is happening in the pre-Islamic period of ignorance. By Abraham's footprint in the rock still fresh, with both feet bare without sandals, by running between the Marwa and the Safa, and by the statues and the images therein, Alhamdulillah, by every pilgrim riding to the house of God, and everyone with a vow and everyone on the foot, by Lalal, the furthest sacred spot to which they go, where the streamlet open out, by their halt at the evening, even above the mountain, when they help. That's the Mount of Mudalifa. When they help the camels by their hand to raise, by the night of the meeting, by the station of the Mina, they are doing absolutely everything. Are any holy places and stations superior? By the crowd that they home going home by quickly pass, and through escaping from the storm of rain, by the great stone heap when they make it for it, aiming at its stove with stones, by kinda when they are at the Al Hasab at even, when the pilgrimage of Bakar Wali pass by them, two allies who strengthen the ties between them and direct it into all meaning of unity. I don't know why somehow they have to put Abraham in the middle, which has no correlation to any of these things what they were doing. None whatsoever.
Okay, let me take the caller, brother.
Sure.
Hello.
What's up? I'm back. Let's do it.
Who are
So
you?
what we talking about now?
Sorry, who are you?
My name is Habibi. How you doing today?
Are you Muslim, sir?
Yeah, salam alaikum.
Mr. Muslim, we are talking about Hajj, and we are talking about practices are done by Muslims in Hajj. Can you give us top 20 practices done by Muslims in joining the Hajj? Has nothing to do with pre-Islam or paganism.
Let me see. Let me see. That has nothing to do with paganism. Going
I did.
to the Kaaba and praying to Allah isn't paganism.
Going to Kaaba and praying to Allah is not paganism. Give me top 20. Come on.
Give you what?
Top 20. Give me your list. Top 20 list.
A list?
Give me top 20 point that links Hajj. Sorry, there is no link between Hajj and paganism. Top 20 thing.
I'm telling you, it's not linked because you're praying to Allah. You're not praying to the Kaaba, you're praying to Allah. The Kaaba is a direction. It's not, you're not praying to the Kaaba. You're not worshiping the Kaaba.
Kaaba is direction?
Yes. Listen,
Direction of
listen,
what?
listen.
I'm listening,
Go-
sir. Yes, this is my listening phase. Look at carefully. Answer the question.
I just answered it. We pray to Allah. Can you show me where it says we worship the Kaaba?
Mr. Muslim, have you ever done Hajj?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Did you run between the mountains, between the hills, Safa and Marwa?
Yes.
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 Did you know that this Jahiliyyah time people were doing the same thing?
During what time?
In the time of Jahiliyyah.
Do you know that Islam aligns with the Abrahamic faith? So it should
Yeah.
be a lot. It should be a lot of. It should be a lot of comparisons. Do you not know that?
All right, can you
Okay.
prove
Let
that
me let you
Abraham ran between the two mountains?
I'm not saying that he did. What I'm saying
Okay, then
is
this argument of yours has nothing to do with the question. So stick to the question.
So
I
can
already
you read
answered
the
the question.
can you
I
read the
already
hadith?
answered the question. Can you give me?
You
Can you give me
already
your next
denounced
point?
it. You already denounced it by saying that Abraham never ran between Al Safa and Al Marwa. So the
No, no, no.
question
I
was,
denounced it. I denounced it by saying that we worship Allah. And can you show me that we worship the Kaaba?
no, we are not talking about worshipping the Kaaba. Nobody said that. So what we are saying
So it's
is,
not paganism.
so look,
Can you
they were not.
read the hadith on the screen? It might help you to kind of get a little bit understanding of your sources.
Say it again.
Can you read the hadith on the screen? It might help you to understand your sources a little bit better and then explain it to us. Mr. Muslim, can you read the hadith on the screen? All you need to do is move your lips and then make the words. Adam, can you read the hadith on the screen, brother?
I can definitely read that. We have read so many times, but the problem is whenever we are talking and whenever we are showing this hadith, they stop talking. And that's the problem. This is the second time. And if you will remove him, you'll say, hey, are you scared? Don't you want to
And
be refuted?
in the
Mr.
chat,
Habibi,
can I join? Can I join? This is
you
not
are
Habibi.
already in the library. Start speaking, you fool.
I don't know
And
why
like,
it's so difficult to read it. Like, no
it's
one is
English
asking
is
to
very
be
difficult, right?
Einstein. Yeah, but no one is asking him to be Einstein. Oh, like, this is not even high level English, right? Even I can read it. If I can read it, Muslims should be able to read it. It's their own sources. Probably before I read it, they already read it before.
Exactly. And you know, one of the most beautiful part of this is that he said that our religion is Abrahamic, supposedly. And then I asked him the simple question, did Abraham ran between the two mountains? And he said no.
I think your
And then
basic question needed to be like, did Ibrahim ever went to Kaaba?
that would be a longer answer because
Did he ever
they would.
did he ever went to Mecca? Like, you seriously, like, some people just don't have any. Allah missed some people and didn't give them any brain. It is not their fault, it is Allah's fault, right? Some people just like don't understand. You read the Bible, we get to see the places Abraham and all of his household and all of his animals traveled with, right? He went there, he built his tent. He went there, he built his tent. He went there, he built his tent. And we know, like, when he started his journey, all those kind of things. And Abraham is doing this around 2000 BC. The time there was no Mecca.
There was no Makkah. No, no,
2000
no,
BC,
no,
there was no
no,
Mecca.
no. Makkah was
There is
there.
practically impossible, like, for Abraham to get to Mecca, go to Mecca, and build that so-called Kaaba there. It is impossible. But anyway, so Mr. Habibi is in the backstage. Brother, let me give him
Again?
another chance.
Okay, give him.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm back. So so
Okay.
what was you just saying about what was you
Sir,
just saying
sir,
about how
if you think,
Abraham
listen to me, listen to me.
I'm
If you think
listening
this
to
is
the
just mosque, you just come in and go out whenever you want. It doesn't work like that. Can you be kind enough and then read the hadith on the screen for us?
yeah, I read it already.
I never heard you read it. Read it. I've got questions I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah, I know. I read it.
You read it? Can you read it
Yeah.
again?
I understand it. Can you ask me your question?
What is happening between Safa and Marwa that Mr. Muslim doesn't like it? Okay, since there is no answer to that question, let me ask another question. What is the
So
reason?
imagine this is the same location, sister, where he ran away last time. He came back to so-called say something else, but he is running away from this question because it shows that Islam is pure paganistic.
I want to ask my second question.
Okay.
Okay. What is the reason that Mr. Muslim is disliking running between Safa and Marwa?
Because of the people
People
before performing them actions, correct?
people before doing the same action?
Yes, before it was revealed that it was okay. So,
So
Before
why were they disliking it?
well, because it was pagan.
And what
thank you.
was so pagan about it?
But do you know who was doing it?
But what was so pagan about it?
But do you know who was doing it though?
Yes, I know the Quraysh Makkah.
So
So
say
why
who was
was it
doing
so
it.
pagan? Why was it so pagan?
Do you not know that they were pagan? Who was doing it? I'm asking you who was doing it.
The
Clearly
pagans.
there was pagan,
I
correct?
told you four times, pagans, pagans, pagans. I don't know how many times you'll ask me and I'll change my answer. The pagans.
So what is the correlation with Islam? How are you connecting that with Islam?
Because that's exactly what is in the hadith. What does hadith says? Your Allah said, do it as well. Copy the pagans.
Didn't you say you went to Hajj?
Is this not a command from Allah? So what you're saying is don't do what Allah says. You're saying don't do what your God says.
Man, yeah, are you mentally retarded because of the cousin marriages? We are saying that some things that
Cousin
were
marriages. What are you
happening,
talking about? Cousin marriages.
we are saying that this is something which was happening in the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, and Allah said, do the same thing, which the pagans are doing. So Islam is paganistic. The Hajj is paganistic. Why would Allah say to do this, which was being done by the pagans?
We don't do it in this aspect of what the pagans was doing it as. That's
Tell
what you're
us
not
what the difference.
understanding.
Tell us the difference that you do versus the pagans don't do. Running between Safa and Marwa.
I got you. Give me 1 second.
You wanna
Why
ask
did you-
ChatGPT? He went back to ChatGPT. Back to
This is
ChatGPT.
bad, right? So Mr. Muslim is
No, I
acknowledging
didn't.
that. it is a pagan practice, and then Allah makes pagan practice okay.
Does your God allow something?
Again, that's
Does
your
your
God.
God correct
My
something?
friend, we are talking about this, and I told you before as well. Once you can answer this or say it is paganistic, then you can go to other scriptures and ask a question for a question. We are talking about this thing first. Once it's done, go anywhere you want to go.
Okay. Okay. You got it. Go ahead.
So you said you're going to answer me the difference between them and you guys. What's the difference?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know. So
I
you are
don't.
following pure paganistic rituals. Hello? Mars to Earth? Earth to Mars?
Okay, no respond. He goes to back stage. Okay.
Every time we ask him a question, he goes to ChatGPT, by the way. And he can't answer because he's reading ChatGPT from his own phone where he is in StreamYard. So he might be speaking, but we can't hear him because he's reading ChatGPT. They have no idea. I don't know why they actually join the live stream when they have no idea what they're doing.
Because it is expectation is, oh, I'm gonna ask them question. Oh, I'm not gonna answer their question. I'm gonna attack them. So therefore Islam never gets been questioned. That's the expectations.
Yep. Yep.
We are already 11 of time, brother.
Sister, you're breaking up. It's either me or you. Somebody is breaking
Yeah,
up.
ChatGPT
I have no idea who's breaking up. Hold on. Let me see. Sister, it's you. I just watched the YouTube. You are breaking up pretty bad, sister. Sister Hatun, you need to go out or come back or get your internet straight. You are breaking up pretty badly. I'm sorry, but okay. hmm Sister is breaking up pretty bad, but that's okay. She'll come back. So, what we are looking at. All right, guys, can you hear me? Let me see if my mic is speaking. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me now. We have a problem with Sister Hatun's computer right now, and she is trying to reconnect. And as soon as she reconnects, we will be able to speak with her as well. Hope my voice is doing good at this moment. So while she is away, I need to bring back to our Siratun Nabi by Ibn Ishaq, where we were referring to one of the most important things at this moment, where we saw the poetry of Abu Bakr, and we see that everything in the poetry describes all the paganistic things that were happening, all of the paganistic things that were happening. So, thank you, sister. Welcome back. So, when we look at the poetry of uh, uh, Muhammad's uncle, Abu Talib, we see every single thing that he described in his poetry is all paganistic. Everything paganistic. Everything from here all the way from here, except from one verse where they have to put Ibrahim somewhere. I have no idea why they need to do that. It's just like they have to add Abraham in the middle. Everything else, other than this line, everything is paganistic. Abraham has nothing to do that, nothing to do with this. Like literally, does Abraham has to anything to do with it? No. Let me say something over here. Muslim says that Abraham left Hajra with Ishmael in this location, where when Ishmael is thirsty, so Hajra ran from top of the mountain to the next top of the mountain, that is Safa and Marwa. The problem with this story is, if Allah had to answer about that you have to do Safa and Marwa, he would have said that this is the sunnah of the Hajra, and Hajra ran between the two mountains. You have to do this in remembrance of that. That just remind me of the Sunday worship when the pastor would come up and say, do this in remembrance
When we were
of
given the
Christ,
communion.
when we take the Eucharist. And, you know, Allah never said that. He said these are the symbols of Allah. What is a symbol of Allah? What a symbol represents? What is there on the mountains? These are idols,
So there is something.
which is
There,
idols.
there
And
is.
this is Abu Talib's poetry here, which proves that this was all paganistic, nothing more, nothing less, except for the paganistic rituals and the sacrifice. You know why do you have to do sacrifice? Every single fertility goddess or god requires sacrifice, the blood sacrifice. That is why it is needed. That is why it was done. It has nothing to do with Abraham. But at later on, they took some Abrahamic story which has nothing to do with Islam, and that is what we are going to discuss sometime later. But this is the reality. That's how it works. Sister, what do you think?
We are 16 minutes over time,
I
so
can't hear you. You are either on mute or we cannot hear your
no,
voice.
I don't know how to fix it.
Hold on. Let me see on YouTube if we can hear.
I'm not muted.
Okay, that's me. I'm gonna go out and come back.
Okay, so people can hear me. Sound check, sound check. Muhammad is false prophet. Whether Adam is here or not, Muhammad is still false prophet. See, I even got confirmations that Muhammad is false prophet. I love the picture. I love the picture. Isn't that one of my picture, one of my cartoons? Mr. Adam Sika is back. Yes, can you hear me, Mr. Adam Sika?
Absolutely, now I can. Thank you so very much.
Okay. So, now I can't even remember what I was saying.
I am so sorry because that's what happens sometimes. So
I had a computer issue, and anyway, so let's just conclude something like this. We will probably come back to this because Hajj is going on for 10 days. It is one of the things for Muslims to do. It is obligatory by Allah. You've got to go to Hajj minimum once in your lifetime. One of the list into be Muslim. And what we are saying is all it is actually pagan and pagan and pagan. Allah simply stole it from pagans. Muhammad simply stole it from pagans. And then they decided to build their life on it. And now Muslims are simply spending up to $18,000 per person to go and then do these pagan things. When someone turns to you and then say, well, Islam is the most pure monotheist religion, all you need to do is, why do you do these things in Hajj? There is nothing there is not pagan at all. It is sad, but that's what Islam is.
you are so right. That's Islam, the purest of the paganistic religion ever built on mankind. Let's acknowledge the super chat, sister.
Yeah, I'm talking about evil. Someone is calling me. I'm talking about paganism. Someone is calling me evil. Okay, brother.
Blackpink, thank you so very much, brother. Appreciate it. And Christ Rise said it comes from the Red Sea via desalination plants owned by USA, UK, Canada.
I
Follow the
think
pipes.
I think this is the comment. Was remember there was a comment about Zamzam water.
Hmm.
So this is the I think follow up
Yeah,
of.
distillation plant. So what happened is back in, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2012 or something, the Zamzam water was bringing to the Western countries like the UK and the America. They said that this has a lot of contamination in it, which is not good for the health. So they had to distill it. So American company created a distillation plant. So the Zamzam water is now moved to that plant, distillized, removed all the contaminations, and then go back to Makkah and put it in bottles and etc. and send out. You cannot take a tap water, Zamzam tap water from anywhere and take it out into the US or UK or Canada, but it has to be a sealed water bottle from that plant. And yes, you are right.
uh you can buy Zamzam water from me. Half liter is 24.99 pounds. Don't follow Adam's advice on that. I can sell it to you. Okay,
Awesome. All right.
Adam.
Thank you, Blackpink. Blackpink said, "What's wrong with this with white liberal women? They are aggressively defending terrorists and terrorism. Freedom of speech has become curse to humanity." I don't know what recent channel you have watched, but yes, you are right. Absolutely.
Men and women doesn't matter. Like it's not that just for women. Men and women who chooses to walk away from scripture and who chooses their emotions to override all of their decisions are, yeah, they are moving with their emotions somehow. It doesn't make any sense to me, but they are feeling like sorry for terrorists. Poor terrorists. They had to carry all that gun, right? They had
Hmm.
to walk, get out of their car, walk around, and then use their fingers to shoot people. That's like very hard job. But yes, when people walk away from God, this is the result of that. So man or woman, we just need to make sure we use the opportunities to preach the gospel to them so that they can repent and turn to Lord Jesus Christ. Freedom of speech is very important. Adam, use your freedom of speech for this one, please.
Phobia and white privileges are keywords they are using. Thank you so much. That's you, I think.
Thank you very much for your generosity.
Dalio, son of God, said, Adam, I saw your video on God logic. Keep it up. You need a real audience, not fake one in Urdu. You know what I mean. Uh, Urdu audience is not fake, man. By the way, I don't know what you're talking about, but fair enough. Thank you so much for your super chat. God bless you, sir.
Well, thank you very much for everyone their generosity. I've got someone in the backstage, Jacob. Whether you are Mr. Muslim or not, I cannot take you in because we've been here extra 23 minutes. So our live streams for to aim to be 2 hours. Mr. Adam Sika,
Yes, yes, sir. How may I help you?
beside you pointed out that one of Muslim Islam is very pagan. What else do you want to remind us before we let everyone go?
The whole Islam is absolutely very pagan, but I'm talking about the Hajj currently, and today I tried only about the Hajj. Because if you go further, then there is more problems in Islam when it comes to paganistic and pagan origin of Islam. But at this moment, we were talking about the Hajj, and Hajj is the most absurd, paganistic, originality from within the Islamic scriptures. Like you don't really have to go out. I just showed you some of the outside sources to prove the point, the missing links, why they were doing Mudalifa, why they were doing Arafah, why they were doing Mana, why they were doing Safa and Marwa, why they. So all of these things that has to do with Hajj in Islam are absolute paganistic, and there's no evidence whatsoever for it to be related to anything other than pagan origin, except that at a later stage they tried to use Abraham in these locations. That's what it is, guys. Stay away from Islam.
And turn to Lord Jesus Christ, of course. We don't want you to stay away from Islam and become atheist. We want you to repent and turn to Lord Jesus Christ. So we will see you all next Tuesday at 4 p.m. again. And
Absolutely.
with
We're
Adam.
gonna
Uh,
we're gonna talk about sacrifice, right?
I don't know. It's your turn to pick up topic.
We are going to talk about the sacrifice. Ooh la la, that'll be awesome.
Um, and meantime, Mr. Jacob, who is in the backstage, calling on Tuesday, 4 p.m. UK time. Thank you very much, everyone who joined us in the chat. I apologize for those technical computer stuff happened towards end, but thank you, Adam, for stepping in and kind of controlling things. By God's grace, we will see you again.
Allahu Akbar wa Yeshua Akbarul Azim. God bless you all.
God bless you all.